People in Japan live to 90, even 100, and still walk to the market, laugh with friends, and care for their gardens? Why is it that while the rest of the world battles heart disease, stress, and burnout, the Japanese seem to move through life with grace, energy, and calm? Is it something in their genes, or is it something in their habits? Because here's the truth. What keeps them healthy isn't expensive supplements or strict routines. It's the quiet rituals, the simple choices, the invisible patterns repeated every day. They eat until they're just satisfied, not full. They walk instead of rushing. They sip tea, not soda. And most of all, they live with purpose. In this video, we'll explore 8 timeless secrets from Japan that help people live not just longer, but better. No gimmicks, no trends. Just real wisdom you can start using today. Let's begin. From the outside, it almost seems magical. You visit Japan and everywhere you look, people are slim, walking briskly, glowing with calm energy. An 85-year-old woman glides past you on a bicycle. A grandfather bends easily to tend his garden without a wince of pain. No cane, no complaints, and you start to wonder, what's their secret? For many of us in the West, we've been told that health is a battle, that it takes strict diets, intense workouts, expensive vitamins or biohacks just to feel okay. So it's tempting to explain Japan's health with a simple answer. Oh, they just have better genes. But that's not the truth. Research shows that when Japanese people move abroad, adopting new habits, new food, a faster pace, their health starts to decline. Heart disease rises. Obesity creeps in. Diabetes becomes more common. So no, it's not magic. It's not genetics. It's lifestyle. It's culture. It's the rhythm of daily life. And that's actually good news, because it means longevity isn't a lottery. It's something we can learn, something we can try, something we can live into, one small habit at a time. So let's begin with the first and perhaps most powerful habit of all. Not what the Japanese eat, but how they eat. In many places, eating is rushed. A sandwich behind the wheel, a microwave dinner in front of the TV. We eat fast, distracted, and often without even tasting our food. But in Japan, eating is different. It's not just about filling the stomach, it's about nourishing the soul. A typical meal isn't one oversized plate. It's a collection of small, beautiful dishes, a bowl of miso soup, and a piece of grilled fish, steamed rice, lightly pickled vegetables, maybe a slice of fruit to end. Nothing is drowning in sauce. Nothing is oversized. And yet it feels full, satisfying, balanced, and somehow peaceful. There's a reason for that. In Japanese culture, food is arranged with care. Colors, textures, even the shape of each dish is chosen to please the eye as much as the body. And when the food arrives, it's not inhaled, it's honored. People say, "itadakimasu" before eating, a phrase that means, I humbly receive. It's a moment of gratitude, a pause, a reminder that food is not just fuel, but life itself. This kind of mindful eating has real power. It helps you notice when you're full. It slows down sugar spikes. It reduces overeating without counting a single calorie. And perhaps most importantly, it reconnects you with your body. You eat not until you're stuffed, but until you're satisfied. You feel nourished, not numb. Imagine what would happen if just one meal a day felt like that. If dinner wasn't another checkbox to rush through, but a quiet act of self-care. That's the Japanese rhythm of eating, not just what's on the plate, but how it's approached, with beauty, with presence, with intention. And at the center of this tradition is a quiet rule, one that has helped generations stay slim and strong without dieting. It's called Hara hachi. Let's take a closer look. Imagine finishing a delicious meal and still feeling like you could eat more. Now imagine choosing not to, not because you're on a diet, not because you're counting calories, but because you're listening to your body, and it quietly says, that's enough. This is the practice of Hara hachi. a simple phrase from Okinawa that means, eat until you're 80% full. It's not a rule written on a nutrition label. It's a gentle cultural wisdom passed down through generations. And it works. Okinawa has one of the highest concentrations of centenarians in the world, people living past 100, active, joyful, and independent. Their secret. It starts at the table. Instead of chasing fullness, they stop short. They savor every bite. They give their body time to catch up with their mind. Because here's the truth. By the time we feel full, our body has often already had enough. Eating slowly, mindfully, allows the "I'm satisfied" signal to arrive in time. This small habit reduces stress on the digestive system. It lowers the risk of obesity. It protects the heart, the liver, the pancreas, without a single app or food journal. It's not about control. It's about care. There's a story of an Okinawan farmer, Mr. Hara, who lived past 100. He ate the same breakfast every day for 60 years. Sweet potato, tofu, a bit of fish, and always stopped eating with one bite left on the plate. Not because he was full, because he wanted to feel light. He said, "Too much food weighs down the body, but it also weighs down the spirit." In the West, we often eat until we feel stuffed. In Japan, many stop before that point and feel better because of it. And this principle of just enough doesn't end at the table. It flows into every part of life, especially movement. So let's explore how Japanese people stay active without ever stepping into a gym. In many places, staying active feels like a chore. We drive to the gym. When we set reminders to walk, we try to squeeze in a workout between errands and exhaustion. But in Japan, exercise doesn't look like that. Because in Japan, movement is life, not something you plan, something you do without even realizing. Sidewalks are wide and safe. Neighborhoods are walkable. Most people use public transportation, which means walking to stations, climbing stairs, and standing instead of sitting. A trip to the store? Walk. Visiting a friend? Take a bike? Getting to work? Hop on the train with steps built into every part of the journey. These small movements might seem insignificant on their own, but added up across a day, across a lifetime, they become a powerful form of fitness. And here's the beautiful part. It's not just the young who stay active. In Japan, it's common to see an 82-year-old tending her vegetable garden, or a grandfather walking to buy tofu from the local market each morning, or a group of elders doing Ragio Taiso, radio calisthenics, in the park, moving slowly, joyfully together. No pressure, no sweatbands, no self-punishment, just daily movement that keeps the body strong and the heart even stronger. This invisible exercise helps maintain balance, flexibility, and muscle tone. It reduces the risk of falls, stroke, and chronic pain. And perhaps most importantly, it becomes routine, not a resolution. For people over 50, this message is life-changing. You don't have to run marathons. You don't need a gym membership. You just need to move with intention every day. And just like with food, the Japanese approach movement with grace and moderation. Because health is not about doing more. It's about doing enough, consistently. One in that sense of rhythm doesn't stop with the body. It extends to the soul. In Japan, there's a deep belief that living in harmony with nature and seasons is key to well-being. Let's step into that next. In many parts of the world, aging feels like fading. Retirement can mean isolation. Children move away. The world feels faster, and somehow you feel invisible. But in Japan, growing old is not seen as decline. It's seen as depth. Elders are not pushed aside. They're woven into family, into community, into purpose. At the heart of this is a beautiful word, Ikigai. It means a reason to wake up in the morning. And for many Japanese elders, that reason is simple, but profound. It might be a small garden to tend, a weekly calligraphy class to teach, a group of neighbors who gather each morning to sweep the shrine steps before sunrise. These aren't chores. They're anchors. They're reminders. You still matter, and that changes everything. Studies show that people who feel needed, who feel connected, live longer, healthier lives. Their immune systems stay stronger, their hearts beat steadier, their minds stay sharper. There's a story of Mrs. Tanaka, age 93, who still volunteers twice a week at her local kindergarten. She says, "They let me tie shoelaces and sing songs. It's not much, but I feel alive." And that feeling of being useful, of being seen, is medicine no pill can match. In Japan, older adults are not burdens. They are guides. They are keepers of memory, rhythm, and peace. And it's not just social, it's physical. Because when you have a reason to get up, you walk more, you laugh more, you live more. In the West, now we often search for purpose in careers or accomplishments. In Japan, it's found in the small things, the quiet contributions. And that's the secret. Aging doesn't have to mean fading. It can mean deepening, a chance to live with meaning, not just years. And it's not just people who give purpose. It's also the places, the natural world that surrounds them. Let's now explore how Japan's deep bond with nature and seasons helps keep the spirit grounded and the body strong. Cleanliness in Japan is more than hygiene. It's a mindset, a rhythm, a way to create calm in a chaotic world. From a young age, Japanese children learn to clean their classrooms, not as punishment, but as practice. They sweep floors, wipe desks, and take turns scrubbing sinks. Why? Because cleaning isn't just about removing dirt. It's about caring for your space, your surroundings, and your mind. That care continues into adulthood. Walk through a Japanese neighborhood and you'll notice no trash on sidewalks, no cluttered yards, no graffiti on walls. And it's not because of strict rules. It's because of shared responsibility. People take pride in their environment because it reflects their inner world. And at home, this care turns into ritual. Each evening, many Japanese take an ofuro, a hot bath, not just to get clean, but to reset. The warm water soothes sore muscles. The steam clears the mind. The silence invites reflection. It's not rushed. It's not multitasked. It's a pause. And in a life that often feels noisy and urgent, these small pauses are powerful. Because when your surroundings are calm, your mind follows. When your body feels cared for, your stress softens. And when your home is in order, your spirit rests easier. Even tiny habits reflect this care, like taking shoes off at the door, like carrying a handkerchief to dry your hands, like bowing slightly to show respect, not just to people, but to moments. It all adds up. Cleanliness becomes clarity. Order becomes peace. And peace, as science shows, lowers blood pressure, strengthens immunity, and helps protect the brain as we age. In Japan, cleanliness isn't about perfection. It's about intention. A quiet way to honor life. One folded towel, one swept floor, one deep breath at a time. But beyond the personal rituals, there's something even more remarkable. A system that helps people stay healthy before they even feel sick. Let's explore Japan's approach to healthcare and how prevention, not just treatment, is the true key to longevity. What if the secret to long life didn't begin at retirement, but in elementary school? In Japan, health isn't something you discover late in life. It's something you learn from the very start. Step inside a Japanese classroom and you'll see something quietly remarkable. There's no janitor. Why? Because the students clean the school themselves. Each day they sweep floors, wipe windows, even scrub the bathrooms. Not as punishment, as a lesson in respect, in shared responsibility, in caring for the space you live in and for the people around you. And when lunchtime comes, it's not rushed or chaotic. Students eat together in small groups. They take turns serving food. There's no vending machine full of candy bars or soda cans. Instead, there's a hot, balanced meal, prepared on site with local ingredients: rice, fish, soup, seasonal vegetables, no Lunchables, no sugary snacks, just simple, nourishing food, served with mindfulness, But the real lesson isn't on the plate, it's in the rhythm. Eat slowly, chew well, stop when you're full, and don't waste. These habits, repeated every day for years, become second nature. Children grow up not fearing vegetables, but enjoying them. Not needing strict diets, but trusting their own hunger and fullness. They don't see movement as exercise. It's just how life works, walking to school, carrying books, stretching in the morning, and when they grow older, these rhythms stay with them. They don't have to relearn health in their 50s, because they never unlearned it. That's the quiet brilliance of Japan's unspoken education. It doesn't preach, it teaches by living. And that kind of early wisdom can shape a lifetime. But what happens when you take all of these habits, cleanliness, food, movement, connection, and place them inside a healthcare system designed not just to treat illness, but to prevent it? Let's take a look at that next. You don't need to move to Tokyo. You don't need to speak Japanese. You don't even need chopsticks. Because the real wisdom of Japan, the kind that helps people live long, joyful, balanced lives, isn't locked behind a passport. It's in small, everyday choices. And those, you can begin today. So here are 5 quiet habits you can borrow, starting now. 1. Eat until you're satisfied, not stuffed. Try stopping at 80%. Give your body time to say, that's enough. 2. Make 1 meal a day. Beautiful. Not complicated, just intentional. A colorful plate, a slow pace, no distractions. 3. Move without calling it exercise. Take the stairs. Walk to the store. Stretch while the coffee brews. 4. Create 1 daily ritual. A hot bath before bed. A clean kitchen sink. 10 minutes of quiet tea. 5. Ask yourself this each morning. What's my reason to get up today? Your Ikigai doesn't have to be big. It just has to be yours. None of these require willpower. They require rhythm, because that's what Japan has mastered. Not magic, not perfection, just consistency with care. And that's something we can all reach for. You don't have to change everything. Just start with one thing. Maybe it's walking to your mailbox. Maybe it's lighting a candle at dinner. Maybe it's calling someone you love just to hear their voice. These small choices are not small at all. They are seeds, and over time, they grow into strength, calm, and years filled not just with life, but with living. So which one will you try first?